So what's the real point then of a Google Places listing? And I was asking myself this question the other day whilst I was doing someone else's Google Places, and I came up with what I thought was quite an interesting answer, and it's quite straightforward. It's to get more customers. In fact, it's to have more clicks going to your site, and that means either to your Google Places site so that people can make contact with you, or straight through to your website. And I also think we need to get away from thinking of your Places listing as simply a means to be like the highest ranked. You know, I must have that #1 spot at the expense of everything else, because that's going to affect the quality and the click-through rate of your Google Places listing if you're hell-bent on being #1 at all costs without taking into account other factors. And when people say, yeah, but Dan, you know, you need to be, you know, high on the listings, and I completely agree with you. It's no good to be outside the top 6. And for the search terms that you're targeting, and by that I mean the terms that people type in where you want your listing to appear, such as Tennis Club Brighton, one that I've been doing fairly recently, you need to be inside the top 6, or you need to be letter E or higher. But I want you to think, what makes people click on a listing that they see? What makes you click on a listing? Now, after 18 months, I think here is the answer. And what I've based these answers on the research that I've conducted from several internet gurus and Google gurus and people who work at Google. And they have said to me, well, these are the reasons that people will click on any given listing. #1, quality of the listing. Does it have video, audio, pictures? Have people bothered to put those on? Does it have reviews? Does it have an accurate business address? All those are factors that contribute to quality. The next thing, is it authentic? Now that's related to quality. Is it a genuine business, or is it a simple landing page with a URL that looks suspiciously like the keyword that you're trying to target? And is it simply a front? You know, does this business actually exist in reality? That's the second thing people ask. Third one, is it original? Does it stand out? I.e., does it have those videos, those pictures? Again, is it quality and authentic, and not just simply a kind of spammy keyword URL? And then #4, people do go for position, and that's fine. We know that. We know that position is important. But the other factors that decide it, and the 3 more important factors, given that you do have, let's say you're in the top 6, is that they will go for quality, authenticity, and originality in the listing. And for that, for those 3, you need reviews. Let's take a quick example here. So we've got 6 reviews. No, we haven't. We've got 5 reviews. Sorry, I can't count today. You'll see, I bet your eye naturally goes, or I hope it does, to #4 there. Why? Because it's got stars. It's been reviewed. It gives it immediate authenticity. It looks like a real business. It's a business name rather than the keyword that I typed in, which was Clapham Restaurant. That Toby Carvery had something like, it took 90% of the clicks, and it's #4. It's position #4. That kind of speaks for itself. I want to get through to you also the point that it's hard to get reviews. Why? because you need to register with Google, and 90% of people with a Gmail account don't even bother. And also the review process, it's not like having, say, Facebook likes. There's no registration on Facebook when you have likes, and you actually don't have to write anything just to like something. You just simply click that button. So the Google reviewers, they're few and far between. That's why there is a problem that businesses face, and that is trying to get them to come in. You know, how do we get reviewers? And even worse than that, the problem with the reviews themselves, aside from the fact that you might get a negative review, God forbid, I'm sure you won't, I'm sure that you completely satisfy your customers' every need and want and desire. But if we look here, low quality reviews don't really add anything to your listing. You can see here, yeah, they've starred it, they've got a name, fair enough, but they don't have a picture, and they haven't bothered to write anything about your business. And why is that a problem? Well, if you look at it, well, if they can't be bothered to write anything, then it obviously didn't have much of an impact on them in the first place, which rather brings you to ask the question, that why bother to do even this basic review? Some reviews are better, where, for example, you can see someone's bothered to write something on both of these, so the business did have a bit of an impact on their evening, and yeah, that's quite a pleasing review, that's good. But again, we don't really have the pictures and the avatars, so these reviewers aren't what we would call the quality reviewers. So you do need quality reviews. Here's some examples. Again, we've got an avatar, we've got 3 or 4 lines of text here. People have been bothered. They've also, some of them, yeah, sometimes they're putting their name and their location there, and that makes, if you look at it, you can see this yourself. That adds to the quality, authenticity, and originality of the business. It makes the business real, it makes it come alive, and therefore much more likely that anyone visiting here is going to click through or try and make contact, communicate with you. Improve your Google places. We will find the quality reviewers for you. It's not an easy job, but we can do it. So you've already seen the quality reviews that we've already done for you, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this little piece. So what you now need is 7 more quality reviews. What I want you to do is go back to the website, go back to the page, and book in the PayPal button there, and you will have your 7 reviews over the next 7 days. And I'm very much looking forward to helping you with that process.